Hello, my name is Heather Aldrichs, Athletic and Activities Director for Meridian CUSD 223, presenting my report for the Board of Education. This first slide represents a summary of accomplishments from our 6 IHSA sports participating in the fall season, with football, boys soccer, girls volleyball, girls swimming, cross country, and boys and girls golf. This graphic gives you an idea of our participation numbers during the fall sports season. It is broken down by sport as well as by graduating class. By breaking down the data down by graduating class, we will be able to track trend lines and participation during their 4-year career at SVHS. This graph represents 216 fall athletes this year. During the winter season, we have boys basketball, girls basketball, wrestling, and competitive cheer as IHSA sports. At the state level, we had 3 wrestlers qualify for the state tournament, as well as our competitive cheer team. This slide represents our winter season participation, again broken down by activity and graduating class. This graph represents 128 students participating in winter sports this school year. Spring sports consist of baseball, softball, girls soccer, and boys and girls track. Track was 3 weeks into their practices, and softball, baseball, and girls soccer were 2 weeks in and set to start their first week of competition before schools were forced to shut down due to COVID-19. As a result of this shutdown, over 185 spring sporting events have been canceled so far. We extend our deepest appreciation for these young men and young women who have had their opportunities of being a part of a team and compete be cut short due to these unprecedented times. This graphic represents all 171 spring sport participants, again broken down by graduating class, as well as total to the far right of each sport. This graph represents our 1, 2, and 3 sport athletes. From left to right of each graduating class, there are raw numbers of 1 sport, 2 sport, and 3 sport athletes, with the total number of athletes to the far right along with the total percentage. The far right column lists our total number and percentage of students who are 1, 2, 3 sport athletes. 57% of our student body competes in at least 1 sport at SVHS. At SVHS, we have many clubs and organizations for students to be a part of. Many of these groups operate during the entire school year. This is a slide representing 22 clubs and activities offered at SVHS. This is one of 2 graphs representing our clubs and activities broken down by class, freshman through senior, including total numbers. This is graph 2 of 2 representing our clubs and activities, again broken down by class, freshman through senior, including total numbers. This last graph represents the number of students who are not student athletes that participate in at least 1 activity or club. It is broken down by graduating class, with 306 total students participating in at least 1 activity at SVHS. This slide gives you a snapshot of all the great things happening at SVHS with our activities and clubs. Our academic challenge team placed 2nd in regionals. Our math team placed 4th overall, with 3 students advancing to state. Our FFA had 8 students move on to the district level with their record books, 2 advancing to the state level, and a student who was named state winner in Ag Services. Taking into account all of the data slides you have been presented with, this slide represents the participation levels by number of activities, which includes both athletics and activities. 434 students out of our student body of 549 are involved in at least 1 activity at SVHS, which accounts for 79% of our student body. 299 students are involved in at least 3 activities, which accounts for 54% of our student body. This graph continues on to our student who's involved in 13 activities at SVHS. This last data graph represents our sports and activities that are involved in the IHSA Team Achievement Award. Teams who have an unweighted 3.0 or higher are eligible for this achievement. Our spring sports will also have a chance to be represented by the IHSA once the second semester ends. As you can see, so far we have 9 IHSA teams being awarded this accomplishment. This is a great tribute to our coaches and students. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions about the information covered, please call or email me. Also, to follow all that is going on at SVHS, please check out the different resources to stay informed. Thank you.